Hi, everybody. I'm Dr. Brian Ardis. This is the Dr. Ardis Show, and I hope you're doing incredibly well today. I hope you're having a very successful day. Hope you're having a happy day. Hope you're not depressed. There's so much in the world to be depressed about, but I hope you're having a great afternoon, great morning, whenever it is you're listening to this. All right. So today's actual podcast show is going to be why it is I trust apple pectin powder daily. And so this entire podcast is very, very essential, I believe, all of the Americans and those worldwide. One of the things that were in the ingredients there were a couple chemicals that I had issues with that were named in the emergency use authorization documents. So they published there's something called polyethylene glycol 2000, and then there was an ingredient instance called polysorbate 80. And I knew something that a lot of people don't talk about. You're hearing a lot more about it now over the last 4 years, thank goodness. And ever since then, I've been on shows all around the world, including Daystar TV and others, educating people on the benefits and health benefits of apple pectin powder and why I felt and still feel that this day and age, everybody should be on it. And specifically for what its ability to do in detoxing and protecting us from poisonous chemicals, radiations, heavy metals. It's an incredible substance found in every apple on earth. Now, apples contain something called pectin, and pectin, for reference for many people, is they don't understand usually what pectin is. If you've ever had a jam or a jelly, that tacky, that's called pectin, actually. So they use pectin to make jams and jellies of various fruits that all of us enjoy. So that's basically pectin, that tacky substance, and that tacky substance is miraculous when it comes to apples. So I have a PowerPoint presentation here. I'm going to actually be discussing all the health benefits of apple pectin powder, at least some of the ones that I know of and have shown, and we're going to show research of, because I want you to know why it's so important to me that you know about this incredible substance that God created in apples. So let's go to the PowerPoint. If you've been a long-standing member and followed us for a long time, this is basically how the flow of our presentations go. This podcast show today is just me. I'm going to be doing a presentation all about the published health benefits of apple pectin powder and why it is I use it every day and why I would recommend it to all of you at home. Once I learned what the incredible benefits of this substance were, there was no reason on earth I wasn't going to use it every day, nor provide it to you, possibly for a benefit to protect your health. And like every other show, we have more faith in nature than we do in science and drugs. So that's why we always turn to nature. And apples have been found since the garden in Genesis, basically, for all of human history. So that's just one of those things God gave us. All right, so let's dive in here. I'm going to actually pull up my PowerPoint slide, my PowerPoint presentation. All right, so it's titled Why Dr. Ardis Trusts Apple pectin powder. Well, I'm about to show you. You ready? So let's dive in. This is a QR code. You just scan it. It takes you to a part of our website where you can actually put in your email and then get access to all of our free documents, our resources, and all of our research. All of it's there and all of it's free. This is an incredible little meme graphic that my boy Braden, who helped put this together, he's doing a great job with all of this. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. You guys remember that phrase? Now, what I find interesting is in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, I heard this all the time. I saw it on posters in elementary schools, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. But somewhere in the 90s, all of it disappeared, and you've never seen a poster saying it again in an elementary school or public setting. No, what do you hear now? You don't hear that food can keep the doctor away by keeping us healthy, like apples and other things. What do you only hear is actually being pushed as the only narrative to have faith in to be able to beat any infection or disease. All you're being sold is everything and medications. So that's why they had to get rid of the "an apple a day keeps the doctor away" slogan, is because people knew that eating right would boost the immune system, keep you healthy, because you're adding less poisons to the body. So they had to convince you or make sure that you didn't know about the health benefits of foods, especially organic foods and apples. You're about to learn why they don't want you to know about apples anyway. All right, so this is from verywellhealth.com. This is an article titled Apple Pectin, a source of prebiotics and soluble fiber. So I'm going to read the first sentence here. Apple pectin, a rich source of soluble fiber, is used as a dietary supplement and to thicken products such as jams and preserves. Studies suggest that pectin may benefit digestive health, and they quote a research study there, by increasing or decreasing various gut bacteria. They reference the other research study. Researchers have also studied apple pectin for its effects on blood sugar and cholesterol levels, and they quote 2 studies that are proving apple pectin has the ability to help with cholesterol and blood sugar handling. But let's talk about the bacteria. If you haven't got my book yet or ordered my book yet, it's called Moving Beyond the COVID-19 Lies. So when it talks about apple pectin powder being beneficial for gut bacteria, I want all the E. coli, I want all the Klebsiella, I want all the Enterobacter bacteria out of the colon. Apple pectin is one of the things that does it. Here are some of the uses of apple pectin. Best research on it is high cholesterol cases, diabetes, and diarrhea. If anybody's struggling with IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, apple pectin powder is proven to help balance and normalize all bowel movements. All right, so you'll see here, they've listed here that apple pectin powder has also been highlighted to be found beneficial for. And then duodenal ulcers can be healed with apple pectin. And then inflammatory bowel disease, like I just mentioned, including Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis. Now, just for fun, the ulcerative colitis are also proven to be cured with nicotine, which also comes from a plant. Many plants like tobacco, eggplants, cauliflower, celery, and God made all of those too. So nicotine is a nutrient found inside of many, many vegetables, and all the nightshade vegetables for sure have high amounts of it. And then apples and apple pectin, also very helpful. Isn't it interesting? You don't ever hear an oncologist tell you that. You need apple pectin and nicotine? No. In Cigna Health, they have an article dated May 12th, 2022. Benefits and uses, side effects, and preparation for apple pectin. Uses and health benefits of the apple pectin include number 1, losing weight. Well, people all around the world are telling me I look skinnier. Maybe it's the apple pectin. Apple pectin is a soluble fiber that absorbs and digests by the human body. Apple pectin can also slow down cholesterol absorption from foods, leading to weight loss also. Also, they have found that it's able to bind to fats and carbohydrates in your stomach and intestine, decelerating the absorption of carbohydrates. Therefore, it can stabilize your blood sugar level and prevent spiking after your meals. How incredible is that? So apple pectin can be used to help lower blood sugar levels. Number 3, apple pectin improves depression. Yeah, I love this one. We had the Healing for the Ages conference. We had my daughter, Sierra, my son, Braden, Dr. Henry Ely's son, Sol, and Dr. Janice Schmidt's son, Jamie, all present on depression and suicide in children in America at the Healing for the Ages conference just a week or 2 ago. So apple pectin powder is also able to improve depression. Well, how many people are on antidepressants in America? Millions. In fact, for about 20 years, antidepressants were the number 1, 2, 3, and 4 most prescribed drugs in America, leading up to the most recently ones now, which are Xanax, opioids, fentanyl, you name it, all kinds of addictive drugs. And the antidepressants are just as addictive. All right, so let's read about apple pectin's ability to help with depression. Apple pectin transforms into butyrate in the human body. Butyrate is well proved for its mood stabilizing effects. People experience depression and insomnia when their bodies lack brain-derived neurotropic factor called BDNF, and butyrate can stimulate the brain to produce BDNF to relieve stress, anxiety, and depression. How amazing is that? The world is very stressful, very depressing if you ever watch the news, so turn the news off and take your apple pectin powder. 4th, listed here on Cigna.com, is maintaining gut health. Apple pectin is a soluble fiber. You know about Metamucil, right? Metamucil dissolves in water, at least mixes in water. That's what they mean by soluble fiber. Is a relief for constipation and diarrhea, either one. It solves both problems. When diarrhea, pectin quickly absorbs the water in the intestine and helps form more solid stools. Besides butyrate, metabolized by apple pectin also helps maintain colon health and binds to bile acids in your small intestine for easy expulsion. What would that help with? Every single acid reflux patient ever, and every single ulcer, bleeding ulcer or other ulcer in your esophagus or your intestines, small intestine, large intestine. As such, they continue, cholesterol levels can be lowered and limit gallstone formation simply with apple pectin powder. Apple pectin powder has also been proven to remove heavy metals from the human body, so it's a great detoxing agent. Apple pectin can also remove the radioactive particles, heavy metals, and toxins from your body. With a negative charge, pectin creates chelation and attracts positively charged metals. Since the human body cannot absorb apple pectin, it binds heavy metals in the intestine and removes the toxins through your bowel movements. So apple pectin, which is not absorbed by the human body, apple pectin in the bowel will bind to every heavy metal, radioactive element, poison toxins, and then your body will poop out the apopectin that is bound to those poisons. Brilliant, right? Medicine Net. They published an article here recently, 10 promising benefits and uses of apopectin powder. Number one, it helps in digestive diseases. Look at the highlighted squared off area bracketed by my boy Braden. Because apopectin is high in fiber, it is used to, one, treat colitis and irritable bowel syndrome and other digestive illnesses connected to these. Number two, help regulate bowel movements and firm stools and reduce diarrhea-related inflammation. Anybody who has Crohn's, celiacs, ulcerative colitis, diverticulitis, which is really painful, or has IBS syndromes, IBS-D, IBS-C, IBS-M. DC means diarrhea, constipation. M means mixed. Anybody who has those conditions, you should all be on apopectin powder. Number two, cardiovascular problems. Apopectin is known to lower total cholesterol levels, preventing atherosclerosis, hardening of your arteries, and plaquing, and lessen the incidence of heart attacks and strokes. I don't know about y'all, but if any of y'all have a family history you've bought into, might cause you to have a heart attack in the future or stroke. If you're concerned about heart attacks, you're worried about chest pains you got or you've had in the past, you need to get on apopectin powder. It lessens the incidence of heart attacks and strokes. Skin health. Some people prefer to apply apopectin powder to their skin to relieve inflammation. Weight loss. It increases your feeling of fullness and help you eat less food. Additionally, apopectin can cause weight reduction by reducing the rate at which cholesterol is absorbed from the food you eat. Number five, it regulates blood sugar, binds to carbohydrates and lipids in your stomach and intestine, slowing down the absorption in your gut. It can maintain your blood sugar levels and stop them from increasing after meals. Diabetics, anybody with hypoglycemia, hyperglycemia, type 1 diabetes, type 2 diabetes, if you're worried about your blood sugar levels after meals, you don't need Gila monster venom in the form of Ozempic or Wegovy. You just need apopectin powder. Apopectin powder, like we've already mentioned, helps remove toxins from the body. Pectin lessens the negative consequences of radiation exposure. Everybody, you're exposed to EMFs from radiation all day long, from your cell phone, airplanes, if you're flying on them, iPads, Tesla cars, electric cars, you name it, you're all being exposed with EMFs. It binds water and toxins together and bulks the stool, thus transporting toxins out of the body. It holds all the poisons in your stool so it can't get out and get reabsorbed back into your bloodstream. So when next time you're pooping, it's leaving down the toilet. Apopectin, they mentioned, is also a mood stabilizer, which we already discussed. And then number 8, vomiting. A diet consisting primarily of rice and pectin decreased vomiting. This was an experiment with 62 boys with diarrhea. Another clinical trial had 18 children with cerebral palsy who were given either a diet high in pectin or low in pectin. A high pectin diet decreased vomiting after 4 weeks. Sore throat, soluble fiber, like that found in apopectin. Oh, let's go back to the vomiting thing. Do you guys remember that Ozempic and Wegovy are published to cause cyclic vomiting for years after you stop those Gila monster venom injections? They publish that these individuals can throw up everything they eat every day, multiple times a day, for years after stopping those drugs. It's called gastroparesis. Go read about it on CNN. Tons of people around the world are reporting this is ruining their lives. Don't use Gila monster venom, but if people are on there and they can't stop vomiting, apopectin powder they should get on. It tells you right there, 4 grams per kilogram for 1 week. Sore throat, soluble fiber like that found in apopectin can create a barrier and coating in the throat, reducing swelling and relieving soreness. Remember that for strep throat. And then also remember we have a throat spray made of bee propolis. So you can do your apopectin powder. You can also do our propolis throat sprays. Yeah, remove the toxins, the body gets healthy. Now this is Cape Crystal Brands. They have an article here on apopectin. What did they say? Unlock the incredible health benefits of apopectin. They write here, it boosts heart health with apopectin. We're going to read the highlighted red sentences only. Apopectin offers significant advantages for heart health, including the ability to manage cholesterol levels effectively. Apopectin helps to remove excess cholesterol from the body, preventing it from absorbing into the bloodstream. This can lead to lower levels of LDL cholesterol, also known as bad cholesterol, and a reduced risk of heart disease. A study published in the Journal of the American College of Nutrition found that apopectin supplemented significantly decreased total cholesterol levels in participants. Now, I have to repeat that statement because They're very picky about what words they use in research studies. They will not say the word significantly unless it was incredible, the outcome. So they said the American College of Nutrition found that apple pectin supplementation significantly decreased total cholesterol levels in participants. So if you visit your medical doctor, I'd like to ask you, do you think your medical doctor is going to recommend apple pectin powder or Lipitor or atorvastatin or any other statin drug? You know they're going to prescribe the statin drugs, each of which increase your risk for a heart attack and stroke 300 times in 5 years, just so you know. For women, it actually increases the risk of breast cancer diagnosis within 5 years 3,000 times more with the statin drug than if you didn't take a statin drug. So anybody out there worried about high cholesterol levels, worried about your medical doctor scaring you about your cholesterol levels and being put on a statin drug, you don't have to worry about that. Just start taking apple pectin powder every day, and you won't have to worry about it. It's amazing. University of California, Davis showed that consuming apples rich in pectin resulted in reduced levels of the bad cholesterol they call LDL cholesterol and triglycerides. Isn't that amazing? It's important to note that while apple pectin can be beneficial for heart health, it should not replace a balanced diet and a healthy lifestyle. Amen. Look in the bottom left-hand corner just for a real quick summary. Benefits of apple pectin powder for heart health. It reduces LDL cholesterol. It prevents cholesterol absorption. That means it reduces plaquing, may lower triglyceride levels, and it supports overall cardiovascular health. Now, this is the same article, but they're getting into the gut health aspects of apple pectin. Apple pectin offers a multitude of benefits, they say, that extend beyond just supporting gut health. It has gained recognition for its abilities to promote overall well-being. Exploring some of the incredible benefits that natural apple pectin brings to the table. Apple pectin, first off, acts as a prebiotic, which means it's nourishing the beneficial bacteria in our gut while inhibiting the growth of harmful bacteria. Please, everybody, give a round of applause for apple pectin powder because we need the healthy bacteria to remain and we need the bad bacteria to go away. You know what does not differentiate between good bacteria and bad bacteria? Every antibiotic on earth just wipes them all out. And that creates massive problems for everybody. So they're telling you here that apple pectin powder as a prebiotic, it actually destroys bad bacteria, supports healthy ones. They said this supports a healthy balance of gut flora, which plays a crucial role in various aspects of our health, including digestion, immune function, and even mental well-being. Apple pectin can help curb cravings and support healthy weight loss efforts. This natural fiber may contribute to improved blood sugar control, making it a valuable component of a balanced diet for individuals with diabetes or for those who are seeking to stabilize their blood sugar levels. Furthermore, look at the key benefits here highlighted in the red square box. Apple pectin supports gut health by nourishing beneficial gut bacteria while only getting rid of the bad bacteria. And then apple pectin aids in weight management by promoting feelings of fullness. Well, who didn't want that? Key benefits of apple pectin: helps control blood sugar levels. It also supports heart health by improving cholesterol levels. Apple pectin alleviates symptoms of diarrhea and constipation. And apple pectin enhances iron absorption and improves acid reflux. We talked about that earlier in this presentation. Anybody on Tums, Rolaids, Pepcid, AC, it doesn't matter. Put them on apple pectin, they'll stop needing those things. And it supports the immune system. Well, as you guys have heard in the last few weeks from this recording, there's talks of West Nile virus outbreaks. This will be relevant for any time in the future because they're going to keep lying to you. Bird flu outbreaks, monkeypox outbreaks, equine virus outbreaks, West Nile virus and mosquito outbreaks. I mean, if you want to support your immune system, you should just do that. Now, I have been recommending apple pectin powder for years, but not because of any of the reasons I just read to you. This is why I actually introduced it for the first time ever to the whole world. Me personally, making sure the world was aware of apple pectin powder was because of this information. Now, this is from the EPA.gov. EPA facts about something called cesium-137. Now, I don't know if y'all know what cesium-137 is, but you're about to read it. I know what it is. We're going to now read together what it is so you have a clear understanding why apple pectin powder is so flippin' amazing and beneficial. What is cesium-137? Radioactive cesium-137 is produced spontaneously when other radioactive materials, such as uranium and plutonium, absorb neurons and undergo fission. Cesium-137 is therefore a common radionuclide produced when nuclear fission or splitting of uranium and plutonium occurs in a reactor or atomic bomb. Let's keep going. How are people exposed to cesium-137, this radiation particle? People may be exposed externally to gamma radiation emitted by cesium-137 decay products. If very high doses are received, skin burns can result. Gamma photons emitted from the barium decay product, barium-137M, are a form of ionizing radiation that can pass through the human body, delivering doses to internal tissue and organs. People may also be exposed internally. How can cesium-137 affect people's health? Now, we're going to jump into this because this is why we're diving into what cesium-137 is and why it is you would be exposed to it. Chernobyl. Everybody remember in Russia, the nuclear power plant, Chernobyl, when it exploded, the radiation poisoning to all people in Russia was cesium-137. And everyone within any close range of that place started developing thyroid cancer, all of them. And then Fukushima had a similar nuclear power plant leak in 2011, 12. And it's in Japan and it's still leaking into the ocean. It's never stopped, but everybody around there started actually experiencing thyroid cancer development. So let's read along here on the screen. Based on experimentation with ionizing radiation in human epidemiology, disease processes, exposure to radiation from cesium-137 can result in malignant tumors and shortening of life. Great Britain's National Radiological Protection Board predicts that there will be up to 1,000 additional cancers over the next 70 years among the population of Western Europe that were exposed to a fallout from the accident at. One group in this study received 1 teaspoon of apple pectin powder, which is about 5 grams, diluted in water twice a day at meals for 3 weeks. 64 children accepted to participate in the study based on a randomized table. 32 children received a box containing a 15 to 16% apple pectin powder. What you're seeing on the screen is the individuals by name, their abbreviations, and the year they were born, and the sex of all these people. And you will see there's 2 columns. Cesium-137's whole body count before pectin intake, how much of cesium-137 is in their body. And then you'll see on the right, cesium-137's whole body count after pectin intake. And I want y'all to look at every single number on there. Start with the very first person that was born in 1993. It's a female. Her cesium-137 levels were at 40.2. 4 weeks later, they were at 15.3. The next one is another female. Her cesium-137 numbers were 16.0. After 4 weeks, it was at 12.6. Then the third one is a female. 34.9 before apple pectin, 11.9 after apple pectin. This is only in 4 weeks, just so y'all know. They redid all of these 4 weeks later and were able to prevent all thyroid cancers. What were the results? Let's read the results here. Ready? The mean, it's in red on the left-hand side of the screen. The average decrease was 62% in the pectin-treated group. Comparison of the cesium-137's whole body count in children before and after a 3-week placebo intake. So this is after 3 weeks, not 4 weeks. I was misspoken. Now, this is what they found. Every single case, everybody had reduced cesium-137 levels after 3 weeks. After the cure, there was a drop of the cesium-137 load in all tested children. However, no child from the placebo group, those who did not get apple pectin, reached values for cesium-137 below 20 BQ per kilogram of body weight. The average value being 25.8, a reduction of 13.9% of the cesium's load was what they found. After the 3-week pectin intake, the highest value in a child of the group receiving the apple pectin was 15.4 of the cesium-137's load. The differences between the 2 groups is statistically significant. And that I'm going to have to highlight that word again. Statistically significant is what every researcher is looking for. Is there anything I found that I can publish was a statistically significant find? All right, so I want to explain to the audiences what they discovered here. At Chernobyl, all around, they found children, adults of all ages. They tried all kinds of things to detox these kids of cesium-137. The only thing that worked was apple pectin powder. In those studies, what they did was 4 weeks of apple pectin powder at 1,400 milligrams a day. At the end of the 4 weeks, they found over half of a reduction of all the cesium-137 in those kids and adults. So then they repeated it again for another 4 weeks. So it was a total of 8 weeks. At the end of those 8 weeks, the levels of cesium-137 were so low they were using apple pectin powder. When Fukushima happened in 2011 or 12, they already knew the results of the scientists in Chernobyl in Russia of how to adolescents, newborns, children, teenagers, and adults in Japan. And they just duplicated the same process, 1,400 milligrams every day for 8 weeks straight. And this is our apple pectin powder. I'm holding it right here from Nature Wins, the new name of our company. And this is 1,400 milligrams a dose. It's 2 capsules. So I'm giving you the exact same dose they used in Chernobyl and Fukushima from radiation spillage. Well, if it can do that and you have never been exposed to cesium-137, if you've never been exposed to it, the benefits of apple pectin powder far outweigh not doing it. So I'm now going to go back into our presentation because I want to, and I want to show you the remainder of this presentation. We're going to dive further into this ability of apple pectin powder to detox radiation, ionized radiation. That's a conversion form of radiation because of fission occurring in radioactive power plants all over the country and all over the world. All right, so reduction of radiocesium load, supplementation of CS versus its depletion by enterosorbents, things that can absorb radiation. The reduction of radiocesium levels in organisms by means of apple pectin used as an enterosorbent, something in the body to detox something out of you. The significant cesium-137 lowering effect of apple pectin in children from radio-contaminated areas reported by Professor Nestrenko and coworkers is not immediately understandable because in the studies, the children received 2 teaspoons of diluted pectin containing apple extract daily. It should be noted that apple extract containing 15 to 16% of pectin was given to the children in a daily dose of 10 grams. Now, I'm giving you 1,400 milligrams a day. They gave these kids 10 grams a day, divided up. The children in the sanatorium received only clean food. So this is apple pectin powder. This is what we sell here at the Dr. Ardis Show. You'll see there's 1,400 milligrams. And I couldn't be more proud of having this product. Why do I recommend it? Here's all the benefits summarized again. It improves constipation and bowel issues. It's proven to help lower total cholesterol, proven to lower blood pressure, helps to control metabolism and increase weight loss, helps the body absorb iron. If somebody's been told they have excess iron, this will remove it, and it increases energy production. So it actually helps to remove that stuff. If you're looking for a natural and effective way to support your digestive health, I recommend apple pectin powder today. It improves your digestive health, supports weight loss, lowers cholesterol, boosts your immune system, reduces inflammation, and regulates blood sugar levels. These are the 6 published key benefits of supplementing with apple pectin on our website, and there's way more studies than I showed you in this presentation on our product page at the Dr. Ardis Show underneath apple pectin. If you haven't gotten it yet, I talk about apple pectin also in my COVID-19 Lies book. If you go to thedrdisshow.com, you can get it today. It's on pre-sale as this recording, but in the next few weeks and forevermore, it'll be available and in stock everywhere. But go to thedrdisshow.com and order your copy. I'm telling everybody on earth to buy 2 copies and give the second one to your favorite medical doctor, chiropractor, acupuncturist, nutritionist, and hairstylist. Whoever is seeing people all day long, helping them and have the opportunity to listen to their suffering, this book has as many solutions, as many medical tests that you can run to help free people of the suffering they're experiencing that they're calling long COVID and vaccine injury. You can buy them in 1, 3, 6 bundles if you'd like. Pre-orders are there. I just want to thank all of you there for your love and support of me and what we do here at the Dr. Ardis Show. This is a much shorter presentation or podcast than typical. We were typically doing a 45-minute presentation to 53-minute presentation, and we were doing that for Brighteon University. Well, the fact that Brighteon's not publishing those podcasts anymore, we're free to do them as short or as long. This is just a PowerPoint powerhouse packed of information and data of the health benefits of apple pectin. I want you to know why I take it every day. Why? I would rather you be healthy and be able to tune in each week, participate in the activities that I'm in and I'm conducting or they're doing digitally, and also be able to be healthy enough to attend the conferences and the speaking engagements that we do. So my goal is to help you live a healthier life, not so you can attend to the stuff I'm creating. You have a life, and we want you living as symptom-free as possible, as dependent on drugs as possible. And man, if I could reduce the amount of prescription medications you need real refills for or doctor's appointments to recheck your organ systems to make sure you're not dying faster from the drugs they already prescribed you, if I can get you out of that whole medical carousel and you're free now to do more with your family or with hobbies or with life or work, if that's what you enjoy, that's what I want for you. So that's why I have apple pectin powder. That's why we're having this show today. This is the blessings of apple pectin powder. You can get yours today at thedrardisshow.com. God bless you. We'll see you next week.